Hey everyone, this is a sort of quick one. Today I am going to retro-brite this panel here. It goes to this breakout box for a sound card. The panel on the front is yellowed. It's a pretty common thing. Plastic turns yellow with age sometimes, or UV exposure or heat exposure. So if you look on the back, it's a lot whiter than the front. The front's like a yellow brown. So what I'm going to use to fix that is this thing called the retro-brite. It's just like a hydrogen peroxide gel. I got this on Amazon, and I'm just going to show you what I do to get this to work. So I use a combination of this and UV light. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. Just take this and just need a little bit, just enough to cover this surface. So I'm just gonna squeeze out this. So this stuff, you can touch it with your hands, but you need to wash your hands as soon as you're done. It'll react with your hands. You got to watch what you get it on because it'll bleach it. It is peroxide. So, but temporarily I can have it on my hands. Alright, so I got that covered. Usually leave it under the light for a few hours, and then I check it and see how it's doing. So I'm just going to cover this with some saran wrap. That keeps it from drying out during that time. I just cover that with some saran wrap so it doesn't dry out during the process. And then I'm going to move it over. It's kind of dark. I have set up. Oh yeah, you can't see that. One second. So I don't know if you can see any of this. So over here, it's kind of hard to see. I have this UV light, and I put the part in front of that, and then let me just turn on the UV. Alright, so that's the UV light's on. It looks pretty crazy in person, or in the camera. It's not that bright in person. So that's about it. I'll leave it there for a few hours and check on it. Every few hours I'll kind of move the gel around on the cellophane on the saran wrap, so you don't get any, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like different creases and stuff, so I don't want any shadows cast in case it does anything weird to it. So we'll check back once that's been done, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours. Let's check on, wow, that looks cool on camera. Alright, let's check on how things are looking. So turn that off. I put a light in here so hopefully you can see it. So I put this tin foil just to kind of redirect the light. This is a cord that I'm also trying to retro-brite. It was kind of brown when it should be gray. So that's for something else. But let's take a look. It already looks much better from this. Okay, so here is our thing. So I open this up, it's still got some of the gel, but that is so much better. So this this side was yellow and this side was the correct color, and now you can see they look the same. So that's a success. I'm gonna clean it off, but I think that is good to go. So that took about 24 hours under the infrared light. The infrared light gives it a little bit of heat, and infrared to sort of helps boost the effects of the peroxide. I have retro-brited things with just the light, but it is very slow. It takes days or weeks for a similar result. One reason I did that is, one, I had misplaced this, and two, I do worry sometimes. Like, I've heard of people getting streaks or things like that, but so far the stuff I've done has been pretty forgiving. So yeah, that's retro-briting this plate here. I'll clean it off and put it back all together, and we'll take a look at everything all together, and then we'll be done. Okay, here it is all back together. So this is a pretty cool thing. It came with the Sunbuster Live. It was one of the upgrades. It gives a ton of extra connectors, MIDI, RCA, large headphone jacks, optical. There's different knobs here. So that's what I also retro-brited those knobs. They were discolored. I had originally tried. I didn't realize this plate came off so easily, so I tried just using UV, and that ended up bleaching out the yellow and the red a little bit. So if you look at that, it's more pastel than it was originally, kind of the normal red and yellow. And then I also think the logo got bleached out. So I actually think with color, probably better to use peroxide and the UV light. And then in this case, once I took it off, these didn't get as exposed. So that's one thing I sort of messed up on. But yeah, that's panel restored. Before it was very yellow and looked really bad, but now I think it looks pretty good. So that's it, just a quick one, and thanks for watching.